Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andrew. Today I'm going to be talking about some actions which I believe are immoral that the Catholic Church specifically has partaken in throughout history. These are examples up to the 1500s. I am after this going to do a series where I go much deeper into three modern examples of how the Catholic Church has acted immorally, in my opinion. Now, before I continue with this video, I want to say that I do not care what you believe in personally. I respect that you are allowed that belief, and I'm totally okay with you believing it. Whether that's, you're religious, you're an atheist, you're agnostic like me, whether you believe in many gods, anyway, I respect that you have the ability to believe what you believe and think you should be able to believe what you believe. I'm also not doing these videos to try and convert anyone or try and change anyone's mind. I just think it's important to discuss these topics and share information. So that's why I'm doing this. Incidentally, the only time I lose respect for someone when it comes to their beliefs is when they think they should be able to dictate what I have to believe because they say so. As long as you don't do that, I have absolutely no problem with you believing whatever it is you believe. So let's get into this. So I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. I don't want to go into great depths over them. These are ancient examples. I think focusing on the three more modern day examples that I'm going to highlight, I think are going to be more important, because a lot of these things, well, they're gone and done. The three I am going to talk about still have ramifications today. So let's get through this and then we can go to those. So the first one is 300 years of crusades, because only Christians and Catholics specifically were believed to deserve to live in the Holy Land. Oh my goodness, how many people died over this Holy Land. Interestingly, in the Kingdom of Heaven, I think Orlando Bloom's character threatens to burn down Jerusalem, and the Islamic leader in that movie says, maybe it would be best if you do so. And yeah, maybe it would have been. So I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but the standard procedure was that if Christians took a Muslim city, they killed everyone in that city, not just the men, but also the women and children too. And if Muslims took refuge in mosques, or the Jewish took refuge in synagogues, those were burned down and the people were burned alive with them. So obviously not the greatest in terms of morals, but who knows, did the Christians really need the Holy Land that badly? Were all of those lives and all of those deaths okay just to recapture the Holy Lands? Next, we move to the burning of William Tyndale. So William Tyndale started translating the Bible into English so that the peasants at the time could understand it. Up to that point, it was in Latin, so that only the educated, or the rich in that case, the wealthy and the royalty, could actually understand what was being said. Priests would read it and could tell the peasants it said whatever they wanted to prove their point, essentially. And so he believed that the people should be able to understand exactly what the Bible said, and so he started to translate it. He was caught, tried for heresy, found guilty, and burned by the church. Interestingly enough, though, when the church eventually decided to translate the Bible into other languages, they used a lot of his work to do so. That's a little interesting point on this. Why wouldn't the church want people to actually be able to understand the Bible? Weird. Maybe they were making claims that weren't actually true. Who knows? And burning innocent. Moving on, we go to burning innocent women at the stake. The witch hunts. Conservative estimates were that somewhere between 40 and 50,000 women died as quote-unquote witches through this period. Even though all of these women were innocent, the general justification for this was, well, you know, it's okay because it was Eve that got humanity kicked out of Eden, so I guess it's okay that these women get punished. Incidentally, that's where I believe a lot of the hatred for women and the inherent sexism that comes from the church actually comes from. The fact that Eve was the one that got humanity kicked out. I mean, Adam could have said no to the apple too, but he said yes after Eve, so clearly it's Eve's fault. What are you going to do? And lastly, I'm going to talk about the St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre. So the French king at the time, Charles IX's mother, Catherine de Medici, I hope that's how you pronounce it, attempted an assassination of one of the Protestant leaders in France. The assassination failed, and the king ordered an investigation in order to appease the Protestants in France. Now, fearing she would be caught, the king's mother convinced the king that the Protestants were about to rebel and that he should kill their leaders, who at the time were in Paris for a wedding. King Charles agreed, and August 24th, 1572, the murder starts. After hearing about them killing the Protestant leaders, mobs of Catholic commoners decided to take up weapons and started killing any Protestant they came across. This massacre, although it was called the Bartholomew Day Massacre, lasted roughly 3 days in Paris and months across the rest of France. Even after the king ordered an end to all the killing, it continued. They had been overcome with bloodlust, and they just wanted to kill all the Protestants. So, what was the death toll? Approximately 3,000 Protestants were killed in Paris and 70,000 killed in France over a couple of months. Hearing this, Pope Gregory XIII was dismayed, obviously, all that loss of life. Oh, no, wait, that was not what happened at all. They fired guns and cannons in celebration. The next day, he went to Mass at the Church of Minerva, and after Mass, a jubilee was published to all of Christendom, and I quote, that they might thank God for the slaughter of the enemies of the Church. Let's thank God because we killed 70,000, innocent people. Yay! And Pope Gregory XIII declared, like I said, a Jubilee Day of Thanksgiving. He ordered the striking of a commemorative medallion to remember the event, because who wants to forget about this great victory of killing 70,000 innocent people? And he also commissioned a mural that portrays the event. This mural, incidentally, still hangs in the Vatican today. So, not bad enough that they're willing to take it down. Interesting. So, what do all of these things have in common? Have you figured it out yet? Well, all of these focus around murder. A fundamental no-no in Christianity and Catholicism, the sixth commandment. I made a video with a message to my ex and accidentally said the fifth instead of the sixth commandment. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty on the commandments. I am not a Christian, so it is what it is. It is the sixth commandment, not the fifth, the sixth commandment. And but what does this prove? Well, it goes to show that the church is okay, and totally okay in some cases, going completely against their own teaching as long as it's convenient and worthwhile for them to do so. Now, I only talked about historical events here that focused around, killing a bunch of people due to the sixth commandment. However, there are others I just want to highlight. If you want to learn more about them, you can do that yourself. As I say them, I'll put them up here anyway, so that you can kind of Google them yourselves. The destruction of Palestrina in 1297. Indulgences, a quick little thing about indulgences, if you don't know, give the church money to resolve you of your sins that you have committed or are about to commit. So a person could go and say, hey, I'm about to commit murder, how much will it cost me to get my sins absolved? And they absolutely had a number for that. Great for the wealthy, not so much for the poor, but it is what it is. Buy your way into heaven tickets, essentially. And lastly, and I warn you that the information in this one is not safe for work. And I would suggest only going so far as searching it in Wikipedia or in Google and going not much farther, especially with images. Pope Alexander VI's Banquet of Chestnuts. Hi, Shadow and Shadow's Tale. Nice to see you. I'm surprised he hasn't come up sooner, actually, because he's been kind of wanting my attention for most of the day at this point. Hi, buddy. This is my cat Shadow. If you haven't seen him in any of my other videos, thank you, Shadow's Tale. So anyway, those are the examples. Some of the examples. There are obviously way more than this. I just wanted to highlight a few. In my next video, I'm going to start talking about modern or more modern examples, starting with just before World War II and the Vatican's treaty with Hitler. So that will be interesting. Until then, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.